ATI Auto Business, downtown news. So AG charges against Tesla vandals. I got my laptop here looking at the news. Now, have you seen this? We're talking about the Attorney General is General Pamela Bondi this month announced charges against 3 individuals responsible for the violent destruction of Tesla properties. All 3 defendants are accused of using Molotov cocktails to set fire to Tesla cars and stations. Now, I thought I saw news headlines, whatever, that there were people that were vandalizing Teslas that were not using Molotov cocktails. And why does that matter? Well, they're going to FBI launches, it's already happening, I guess. FBI is launching a Tesla Threats Task Force. This is domestic terrorism. Really? This is domestic terrorism. Now, is it because Elon, Trump, Tesla? Is this domestic terrorism? Where are we going to draw the line? I say go for it, because you know what? The more you blur the line between what makes sense as far as domestic terrorism, it's not good. I'm not going to do it. But I don't know if it's domestic terrorism. 3 were charged in arson attacks on Tesla dealerships and charging stations. It's not good. But of course we go overboard. We always go overboard. By the way, did you know that Tesla is in the middle of recalling about 46,000 Cybertrucks in the U.S. for exterior panels that can fall off? You don't need to vandalize the Cybertruck. It's already falling apart. I don't know all about this. I'm just reading the headlines, because who reads articles anymore? You don't need to read. Don't worry about reading the article. Hey, let's just take station identification. Yes, this is Jay at ATI Auto Business, 925 All Access Logistics. What is up? I am going to keep doing news. I'll tell you what, you know what's happened? I am getting some interesting emails about interviewing other folks in podcasts. Somehow, this ATI Automotive Business podcast has hung on long enough to where I got enough subscribers and other stuff to where I guess I'm just going to get random invites now to maybe interview folks, and if it makes sense, I'll do it. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to do it. I realize that people are now using AI to search for folks to get on to be interviewed for their podcasts. And I will say this, and I've got my show Tuesday night with Sean Rains of Hired Guns agency, auto marketing agency. We're going to learn more about Sean Tuesday night. But I do know this, is that Automotive has a lot of pointless podcasts that are coming and going. Just lazy Susan through the needless automotive podcasts. Now that we know that it's the same 10 companies that win the awards, and I mean, what we're doing with automotive media right now is pretty unbelievable. It is getting smaller and smaller, this little circle of influencers, and everybody else is just kind of waiting on the outside of the private club, wondering if there's a way they can get in. Maybe they can give enough likes and that'll lead to business. Seriously, it is pretty crazy what's happening. So, ATI, we're not going away. You're not going to get rid of me that easy. I'm going to hang on, and I'm going to keep making the punk rock automotive podcast. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to do it for a while, maybe longer than anybody really wants. But, okay, here we go. Edmunds reports Tesla trade-ins reach record levels. There is something, I don't know, would you trade in your Tesla because you don't like Elon? Did you get your Tesla because you like Elon Musk? Like, you do realize there was a Beatles burning, and now everybody still wants Beatles CDs? Have you seen that Beatles CDs are still some of the most expensive CDs in the CD store? And if you would have talked to people and you said, hey, there was a Beatles burning, did you know that? They'd be like, what are you talking about? So if you're burning your Tesla or trading in your Tesla, and man, either just like your car or don't like your car, like your podcast or don't like your podcast. Choose a side, but don't just like something because it's what the cool kids are doing. I mean, you can, but it'll be part of the turnover. Have you seen, is there anything you liked 5 years ago that you're still thinking about? No, that makes no sense. Hey, did you hear that a cyber attack that could have affected 1,000 dealerships was thwarted? Reynolds is proud to announce that there was a Proton cybersecurity division that they acquired in 2022 that detected problems early March 12th, soon after an incident began, and nobody's even talking about it. So, I shared that news because that's good news. You don't often get good news. Most news is that we're going to create a new terrorism list. Amazon is eyeing used car sales. I think everybody, we know, okay, wait a minute. Amazon, we were talking about new car shopping platform with Amazon, with Hyundai, Amazon Autos, but now they're going to get into car shipping, guys. Amazon is now looking at used cars. It goes from new cars to used cars. Are they getting into auctions? What is Amazon doing, and how fast is this going to happen? I guess we'll stay tuned and hang on to that roller coaster. Consumers' anticipation of being rejected for auto finance at highest level ever. So people are worried about being rejected. Don't shop for a new car. It's like $40 gazillion now. You don't do it. Get a great used car. Unless you got to get the new Tesla. You got to sell your new Tesla to get some other new awesome car, and then change your mind on that one. I know, Jay, why do you bother? I'll tell you what, what I do bother doing? I see so many podcasts that are so pointless, and it's all about awards and likes and this and that I'm speaking up against it. I'm not happy with it. And here we go on to the next story. Trump plans tariff Liberation Day with more targeted push. Liberation Day. On April 2nd, Trump is declaring Liberation Day, where the tariffs are going to pay off. This war on our friends is going to work. And so Trump is, and you know what? Here's what's great, because I want to move on to the next story, is that, okay, so wait. Auto tariffs unlikely April 2nd as Trump weighs more targeted reciprocal levies. So if you have been trying to plan for Trump's tariffs, it's another gotcha. I know it's a Joe Biden gotcha, but it is a gotcha because the joke's on you. It's like Japan automakers break for significant production cuts in Trump tariff if Trump tariffs go ahead. Yeah, okay. If you're in Japan or in China, Mexico, or Canada, we're still hung up on Canada. I don't know. We can't keep track. But I did read this. Trump hails Hyundai's $21 billion plan for U.S. expansion as vindicating of tariffs. So, if you play poker well enough, you can get the other card players to bluff, fold, whatever it is you need them to do. That, I think Liberation Day is just another poker hand. It's not going to be the end. Liberation Day, April 2nd, is just going to be another series in the roller coaster. Now, Jay, are you down on the president? No. What I am down on is these temporary momentous trends of, oh my God, this is it. Oh my God, this is it. Oh my God, this is it. I'm going to burn my Tesla. I'm going to trade in my Tesla. I'm going to go with this tariff. It's all temporary, minuscule little bits. And we are now being trained to be on this 8-hour news cycle to react and re-react and get our pitchforks now on this and light our bonfires on this. Don't do that. You know what? Follow your gut and your logic, and do research, and don't overreact, and don't get on board, with people in the cool clubs and all that stuff. Forget about all that. Run your business. Has the value of Tesla went down tremendously? That's 925. It has. It has, because everybody is into being in the cool kids group. The automotive industry is all about being in the cool kids group. It is. There's a cool kid right now watching this just to make sure that nobody's talking about all the cool kids drinking the Kool-Aid and in the private clubs. Yeah, that's exactly what's happened. It's a snowflake industry of cool kids and minuscule trends, and that's what's happened. So follow your gut, talk to people. You know what you can do? Learn about the other business verticals, because nobody wants you to do that. They want you to ride the roller coaster of cool kids and cool kid trends and not learn about the other business verticals. You want to break the cycle? Learn about those other businesses and figure out, think for yourself. Stop following. You know what? I checked the news just to check the headlines. I didn't even read the articles, because who cares? It doesn't matter. It's not actual information. And if you follow some of the other automotive media and you see the same 5 happy faces, knock it off. That's not the news. That is the temporary, minuscule, cool kids information. It's a dangerous message, Jay. How can you be right? Well, here's what I do know. The news 7 days from now will be totally different again. It'll be all new news to keep you shocked. Remember shock and awe during Operation Iraqi Freedom? It's shock and awe. We are now in economic shock and awe, and that's the control. You think that the people talking about the deep state are on your side? They are deep stating you with deep state nonsense. Stop being deep stated. With the new administration given time, I feel like we're going to be great again. So I'll tell you what, 925, I hope that's true. But if we got to go through this much psychic terror and shock and awe to arrive at a place, then what happened? What did we allow? What have we allowed to happen? And if we create all these domestic terrorism lists and all this stuff, I don't know if we'll ever make it to great again. I don't know. 925, I hope you're right. And that's why, you know what I want, 925? Number one, 925, thanks for being a member of ATI. That means a lot. Peach Transport put a comment on my last video saying, it sounds like you're hanging it up. Don't do that. Let me talk you out of it. I don't think I've got a whole lot of viewers left, and I think that's because I've totally ditched the private clubs and the cool kids, or they ditched me. Either way, that's fine. It's just like high school. Remember in high school, you had a few good friends, and those are the ones that you could hang on to, and everybody else was just kind of plasticine. That's the automotive industry. That is what's happened. You've got people at very large corporations that are like, yeah, I speak your language. Nope. It is a money grab. It is a power grab. We have lost our center and our community. I don't know what's happened. But I know that, I don't know. I still care about the automotive industry, so I'm still here. And let's keep the conversation going, 925. Ask me those hard questions, because I don't think we're on our way to being great again, but I'd love to believe that you're right. But I'm not sure if we continue down this road of psychic terror, how we can actually be great again. I don't know how. God, I hope you're right. So listen, 925, ATI is here for you, the few, the proud, and
You won't close your eyes and think,
man, I don't know.
It's not bad.
Anyways, I enjoy doing the downtown news thing. I'm downtown and I'm doing the news, and I didn't even read the articles because nobody reads anymore. It's all headlines. What's the point? It'll all be different in a week, and they know that. The other traditional automotive media knows that. They are riding you on that roller coaster to get your clicks, to get you to be into the top 5 private cool club. Yeah, that's what's happened. This is no longer an industry about the small owner operator, the hardworking businessman. It's not. This is a money grab. It's a power grab. Welcome to the automotive industry being great again. Hats off to you for staying in business. Keep doing it. Let me know how I can help. Send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. I'm Jay. I'm still here. You're right. I don't know why either. I guess I still care. And I don't know why. Well, I'll see you next week. No show Thursday. Next Tuesday night, Sean Rains, marketing agency. We're going to talk about why are there so many podcasts? What is the point? And what are you doing with your marketing? And if you're doing marketing and sales, you're in an automotive, dealer, carrier, broker, auction, what is there to learn? Maybe there is a better way. Maybe there is a reason for marketing. Will Cooper trucks be sold? Oh my gosh. Claudio, it's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I will tell you, I got to see a couple lots of Cooper trucks. There are so many. They're just sitting there. It is wild. I have never seen anything like it. I saw dozens, maybe 100 or more trucks sitting there. I don't know, and I don't know what they're worth. You know, you go through like a garage sale liquidation to pay off the bankruptcy, and you know those assets are getting pennies on the dollar. It sucks, and it is a prime example of what can happen if you know, trucking is the hardest part. I think that's why this channel really hasn't worked, because it's nobody cares about the trucking. Not really. They say they do. It's money grab, power grab, all that stuff. It's all lip service. They don't care. If you are running a truck, you have the highest probability of going out of business. So if you are running a large asset-based trucking company, you got to be really smart. And if you make some wrong moves, financial moves, and your assets depreciate, and man, Jack Cooper, they've been facing, I mean, this is the end result of many years of just trying to navigate the storm. So that's what happens. It sucks. And it sucks for the drivers, and it sucks for the managers and the terminal operators, and yeah, it sucks. So I don't know. When will the Cooper trucks be sold? I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to catch up with it in the news. What I think is really more interesting is what's going to happen with Proficient Auto Logistics. Where is PAL headed? You know, I can say this, is that Proficient Auto Logistics has new management. They kind of cleaned house, and it's 6 companies under one umbrella, all that are keeping their identities. So that's strange too, because here's the thing. When companies acquire other companies, they're relying on the synergy of the brands to actually go through acquisition, and then they release some people, and so there's efficiency and the shareholders are happy. I don't think that's happening at Proficient Auto Logistics. Plus, they've got investigations already happening. I don't know, man. I don't think Proficient Auto Logistics is a good place. Is in a good place. Hey, Jay, do you have a Who is Jay video? What's your background in the industry? So, not really. I've never thought that anybody would actually really care that much about who I am. And I've also, through my shows, I give little tidbits of who I am. So, all right, here's who I am. I as I like to say, when I have meetings, I talk more about who I am. I worked in the Hollywood industry in the 90s, and really, that is where I did a lot of my filmmaking, TV production. I worked in public access a lot, and then I made an arc into live streaming, and those are my roots as far as production goes. And then I started dispatching in 2012, and that's when I got my automotive logistics roots. So then I launched ATI in 2017, and 2017, and then from there I've been trying to build a channel that actually shares actual information about the automotive industry, which the automotive industry doesn't want. The automotive industry doesn't want you to have information. They just want you to buy product, drink the Kool-Aid, vote for the same 5 top companies, rally at the awards, give all the likes, and beg for mercy as you try to make a buck. Seriously, that's the automotive industry. PAL is United Road 2.0. I couldn't agree more. I think PAL is in a lot of trouble. They just don't seem to... I don't need to be right. It just, I think that we see that. There's something wrong with the business model. I don't know who it makes sense to. So, yeah, we'll see. But, best of luck to them. I just know that, here's what I do know, is that the people that made Proficient Auto Logistics great are no longer there. And that is never a good sign. And the way they left is not great. And they can't say anything, and that's not great. So it's like, yeah, this is the only place you're actually going to hear about that. And that's not great. Why is this such a secret? But you know what? You know why? Because the automotive industry is full of cool kids and private clubs and Kool-Aid and award winners and 5 companies and a few famous people that write books and work out and yell it on stage. That's the automotive industry. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. That's why this punk rock channel, they want to squash it. They don't want it. The automotive industry does not want this channel. I said it. Okay. Thank you for those questions. I don't even really do that very often. Usually I'm doing the news and I'm talking to people and I don't really read the live chat. So that was kind of fun. Thanks for doing that. Aaron, I loved our show last week. That was really fun. I actually got an email from, I think it was an AI podcast search algorithm, whatever, but said, oh, your video resume idea was a really great idea. So, and I will say this, with 8 people watching, it's really tempting just to hang on and, shoot the breeze and stay here. And that's really great. I really appreciate that. It means a lot that 8 people still even care about this channel. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching ATI. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for engaging. And let me know how you're doing. Keep me posted, because it is going to get even crazier. While we're waiting for America to get great again, AI is just cranking, and the automotive industry is just, there are more awards now than there are people. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Thank you, Superflow Systems. Thank you, Murphy Auto Transport. And thank you, folks, for tuning in. If you like what you see here, consider being a member of ATI YouTube channel. And I'll just keep doing it for a while. So thank you so much. All right, I'm going to go and take care. Peace out, everybody. Thank you so much. Good night.